One guy who's hoping to make a return trip to this very place here in just a few months is the head coach of the UT Permian Basin Falcons, UTPB. We're joined by a lettuceless Justin Carrigan. The hair's fine, the beard's fine, but I'm not mad. I'm disappointed, Coach.
I kind of feel like I need to go back now.
Because last year you were here, the flow was exceptional, but now you've opted for the beard, and it's
Yeah, well, like people asked if my wife cared, and she didn't care.
she knew what she was getting into.
Yep.
Yeah, she's phenomenal, best coach's wife ever. But my daughter cared.
Oh.
So my daughter cut my mullet off. She absolutely hated it. She's 8 now. But I got video of her cutting my mullet, like made her day, and she loves the beard.
You got video? We're going to need that video.
Yeah.
I got you.
Thanks, I appreciate
we need
that.
To edit this.
Okay. Your Falcons last year, first postseason appearance in program history with the Heritage Bowl. What does an accomplishment like that do for your program at the point of your development right now, where you're still kind of building the program into what you want it to be?
Yeah, I think it obviously helped provide a little bit of credibility of trying to establish a program. And as you talk about championships and having been different places of Tarleton and Midwestern and played at Angelo State, won a couple championships there as a player. And you kind of share those things with your players as you're building a program. But until you start really trying to tackle that road a little bit, it's really just a lot of talk. And I think it just provided some credibility to we're heading in the right direction. We're doing things right. It was good for the kids to have something after the last regular season game, something else to play for. Obviously, naturally, we all want to get into the postseason and be in the playoffs. But it was good. It was good for the kids. It was good for the program.
Unfortunately, you guys were hit pretty hard with injuries last year. So how important is it for you to just build that depth right now?
Well, I think for all of us, that's what we're looking for. And it's football, so everybody gets hit with injuries. It's always a great excuse late in the season that you're beat up, you're banged up. But at the end of the day, somebody's got to step up and fill the shoes. And COVID has provided a lot more depth, but I think it has for a lot of us. There's a couple other guys over here that are sixth-year guys, and those things help. But not until you get into it, find out who can really step up and fill in at the right times. That's kind of what the next few weeks are going to be about.
Stepping up and filling in, speaking of which, let's talk quarterback. You guys have a variety of options, let's say. Quarterback, are you able to provide any sort of, it's July 28th. Are you able to provide any sort of clarity as to what the quarterback situation looks like right now?
Well, I'll say we brought in 4. Three of those guys kind of started to really separate themselves throughout spring football. Dylan Graham, Gabe Herrera, and Jordan Barton just all walked in, learned it on the fly, and were able to kind of separate a little bit in those few weeks of spring ball to kind of going into fall camp. I think those 3 are going to be the main ones right now, pushing for the guy to be the leader of the ship, the captain of the ship. So.
Well, no matter who takes that snap, you guys are going to have a lot of options, especially on the outside, like guys like MJ Link and Matt. You're going to have to help me with this last name.
Zuby. Just go Zuby.
Zuby.
No, pass.
We'll go with Zuby. I like it. Would you say that your receiver corps is probably the strength of your offense right now?
Yeah, probably so. Them are running back. But MJ is he's rare. And I'm still young as I sit in this room with guys like Bill Maskell that I started under. I'm going to my 18th year of coaching college football, and never have I had one like MJ where he is your best offensive player. He's got NFL ability, and he's the smartest guy on the field. And that's really rare because a lot of times your best wideout, not really your smartest player. But MJ plays some quarterback for us. He threw a touchdown pass against Midwestern. Just a tremendous athlete with an incredible understanding of the game. So he kind of provides a lot of stability as far as the returners go on the offensive side. Obviously gives a little bit to the receiving core of, the experience coming back.
Okay, so let's talk defense, too. Defense, you guys had 16 interceptions last year, tied for the most in the Lone Star Conference. I know you have always prided yourself, and this program has always prided itself on having a ball-hawking defense. that's even a little extreme for what you guys. Is something like that sustainable, you think, from year to year, and especially in 2022?
Yeah, I don't know. Stats are, I used to always say a bunch, stats are for losers, because that's kind of what you hang your hat on after a loss, is what the numbers show that you did well. 16 interceptions, I think is probably somewhat sustainable. I think for at least another year, because all those guys are coming back with the exception of one. But Dante Stewart's a guy that I want to say in his career with us, which is a year and a half, is our all-time leader in interceptions, and we lost him in week 4 of the season. So getting him back, and then Jaquez Tyler, who was top 5 guy in the country, pass breakups. We lost him with an ACL. He's coming back. DeAndre Robinson, all those guys are back. So I hope for another year it's sustainable.
All right. I'm sorry, you got a question?
Yeah, I got one. And lastly, all right, imagine it's Saturday morning, getting ready for a game. What's your pregame ritual?
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, so my kids are 6 and 8, and in the fall it's soccer season. And
wow.
I will be at every morning soccer game.
Wow.
Well, you have a great staff, and Saturday, I hate the saying that the hay's in the barn, but Saturday you're not game planning anymore. And so if we have a walkthrough or pregame, walkthrough meal, whatever it is, and I have a soccer game going on, I'm at soccer game. I will get back to the facility to get on the bus to get to the stadium. But other than that, I'm not missing the game.
What's soccer dad Justin Carrigan like? Do you sit on your hands?
Yes, I try to say as little as possible. I try to be away from all the parents.
Okay. Does the coach in you come out a little bit though?
No.
No, really?
I don't want to coach my kids. I want to enjoy them. I want to sit back and watch them play. My wife and I have these debates. There's been times of, if they don't get a coach, they're not going to get to play. And I go, sign up to coach them. And she says, well, you're the coach. And I was like, I don't want to coach my kids. I want to watch my kids. I want to enjoy watching them play. And so I don't do any coaching. I don't know what it's going to be like, as they grow and they get further into other sports. I just like to say that when they play, I tell them how hard they played. I appreciated watching you play, and if they didn't play hard, I tell them, you didn't play very hard today. And that's really about all we talk about, is just the effort that they play with. Other than that, I just want to cheer them on. Okay,
so last year it was the mullet, this year it's the beard. Do you have plans for 2023?
No, I
just shave it all off.
Mohawk. Absolutely not. No shaving it off.
If you guys win the national championship, will you show up here with a mohawk?
That's a good
I will do that.
Oh, we've got that on tape, and cut it.
You just said that.
Social media, go ahead and cut it.
Justin Carrigan, the head coach of UTPB Falcons. Coach, appreciate your time, my friend.
Thank you, guys.
Good to see you as always.
Coach.